having me back. I don't know if you remembered, I was here several years ago, and now I'm back at the request of the rabbi. And of course, I took this opportunity because I really want to share some very interesting information with you, something very near and dear to my heart, and that is the subject of Ayurvedic medicine. Now, sometimes some of the subjects, oh, that's too loud.
Sure. No, it's good.
Sometimes some of the subjects seem a little bit esoteric. I'm a very practical doctor, and so I want to talk about something I use in my practice every day and also in my life. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. So why do we need to know about Ayurveda? Ayurveda is the oldest and the most holistic in the sense of comprehensive medical system available in this planet. Now, many times people come to see me and they kind of fall into three categories. Some people think Ayurveda has to do with folk medicine, something shamanistic, something that has to do with tribal medicine, and it has pretty much oral tradition. Well, Ayurveda is nothing like that. There's another group of people who really think of it as kind of new agey, a little bit esoteric, a little weird, and they think that Ayurveda has arrived with the Maharishis, with the Beatles, Deepak Chopra, and so on and so forth. Now there's a third group of people who come to me and say that they love Ayurveda, and they absolutely love Ayurvedic massages and spa treatments. Again, that has absolutely nothing to do with Ayurveda either. Now, Ayurveda is the science of life. Ayurveda. It's not a religion of life. It's not a movement. It's not a cult. It is a scientific, most holistic system that we have here. Now, our story starts somewhere around 8,000 years ago in the sub-Indian continent. Now, Ayurvedic medicine has been placed in its written form over 5,000 years ago. I mean, we have texts. We have texts, we have medical books, we have archaeological evidence. So this is definitely not new, and this is definitely not anything that we need to know about that. Originally, the science of life has to do with longevity, prevention of diseases, and various cures. In fact, we have a book, it's called Rig Veda, and it is the oldest surviving text in any Indo-European language, and it dates 3,000 years. Now, what do you think Ayurveda has to do with, for people who do know? What do you think? Yoga, maybe meditation, maybe herbs? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely none of that. There are 8 divisions in Ayurvedic medicine. It is number 1, internal medicine, surgery of head and neck. It is ENT, general surgery, toxicology, psychiatry, pediatrics, gerontology, the science of rejuvenation, and the science of infertility. That really surprised me when I started to study that, because that's what I thought. It was all about herbs, meditation, and so on. Now, what does Ayurveda use? Ayurveda uses everything. It uses medicinals, both homeopathic and allopathic. It uses herbs. It uses food sciences, aromas, gems such as copper, color therapy. Yes, it uses yoga and other movement. It uses meditation and prayer. It also uses lifestyle adjustment and, of course, surgery. In fact, has anyone seen the history of India? And they actually found skulls that showed evidence of plastic surgery. Ear pinnings, nose jobs, and even brain surgery. So this is a very, very advanced system. Now, what happened around 1500 BC? 2 main medical schools opened up in India, and they welcomed travelers and students from all over the world. China, Greeks, the Romans, Egyptians, Persians, the Phoenicians. The texts were translated into Arabic, and eventually they made it to Europe around the 16th century. So there were 2 schools again, Atreya, the school of physicians, and the other one is called Dantanvari, and that was the school of surgery. Again, this is very advanced science, very old. In the 16th century, Paracelsus, who was considered to be father of modern Western tradition, he studied the text, and in fact he borrowed very heavily from Ayurveda. So to sum up, Ayurveda today is the only complete system with a long textual and scientific background. Any questions so far? Now, what we need to know about Ayurveda is its principles. Number one principle is that all life is united. We have balance in nature, we have balance in our bodies, we have balance everywhere. So in order to achieve the balance, we have to balance out the elements, which is air, ether, water, earth, and fire. So sometimes it gets a little confusing to the Western ear because a lot of Ayurvedic practitioners use their own language. So you hear, oh, this person is a Vata, this person is a Pitta, oh, this person is very lazy, they have too much kapha. Let's dispense with that. Let's speak in English so you can take something back from this. Now, everything functions on energetic level, subatomically. So what we can use is we can find our dosha. How do we find our dosha? Now, we have Miss Sharon Glenn, who is my personal yoga therapeutic instructor. She is a perfect representation of a type Vata. Sharon, would you mind getting up so everybody sees a Vata? This is a Vata. She's tall, naturally thin. She's very intellectual. She moves a lot. She needs also a lot of quiet time, right, Sharon?
Yes.
She needs to walk by the beach. She never fit into the mold. And she knows, at this point, she knows how to balance her Vata. When she gets out of balance, she feels it right away. And she's very aware of it. Now let's look at a perfect Pitta. Miss Paulina. Yes, ma'am. You are a perfect Pitta. She is naturally energetic. She is very humorous. She's of shorter stature, but she's very well proportioned. She looks younger than her age. She's very extroverted. She has many friends. Everybody likes her. When she's on, she's sunshine. When she's out of balance, she doesn't sleep well. And when she doesn't sleep well, her blood pressure goes up. One of the primary problems with excessive fire element, which we call Pitta, is hypertension. In America, there are many people that have problem with Pitta imbalance because we have stressful life in this country. Let's put it this way. People run around, people are very active, and the society tells us that we should be active. We must run around. It doesn't favor people spending 4 or 5 hours in meditation, walking by the beach. It is asking us to be active. So, United States very much is a Pitta country. India is more a Vata country because people value time spent in meditation and prayer. As you know, there are monks who don't do anything. They spend their life just sitting on top of the mountain, and yet they are revealed. So it's a little bit of a contrast. Now we have another element, another dosha, constitutional type called Kapha. Kapha is a very pleasant person. Kapha, let's see, where can we find Kapha here? Our friend. She's looking at me. Yes, you're a Kapha. Kapha always looks younger. She has beautiful hair. She tends to carry her stress a little differently. Kapha have a little bit harder time managing their weight. But when all these elements are in balance, we have a beautiful life. We have a life of balance. We understand when it is time to sit down. We know when to get up. Some people enjoy travel. By the way, if you're a Vata type, you don't do well with a lot of air travel. Anyone here tends to get sick when they air travel a lot? Also, Vata does not like excessive noise, too much talking. They need to have time, quiet time. On the other hand, when you have a Kapha, they need to move more, they need to exercise more, and then they feel a lot better. Pitta, on the other hand, needs to slow down a little bit, otherwise they have other issues. Now again, I'm talking because this is a general speech, I'm talking, introducing you with 3 different elements. There's various combinations. We have Vata, Pitta, Pitta, Vata, and other things. Any questions so far? Anybody wants to